Okay. So, we hopefully are live. Let me see where we're at.
Ooh, I see it. We are live.
Am I in there?
Yeah, you're in there.
I'll bet. Okay, cool.
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
What's good? This is Kizomba Harmony. I'm Billy.
Monica.
And I'm going to go ahead and try sharing this real quick.
Okay, so while he gets all techie, basically we want to go live to give you guys a chance to ask any questions that you might have about our festival, the Kizomba Harmony African Dance Experience, that is happening from December 6th through 10th. It's going to be our third year this year. Boop, 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 boop. And beforehand, we are also in our second year of the Master Your Dance Teacher Training, which will start earlier before the festival starts. So that's going to start on Monday, December 3rd. And so that is the goal of this live video, is to really tell you about why we're doing what we're doing, if coming to KHADE or our teacher training is for you, and to just be here so that if you have any questions, put it in the comments section, or even just private message us, and we are more than happy to answer your questions and all that awesome stuff. So with that being said, Billy, are you done sharing? Good.
I believe I am.
Let's get started.
All right, so first of all, thanks for tuning in. We're going to give everybody just a second more to tune in. And I want to make sure that everybody can see this. Make sure privacy settings are all good. Everything's good. Make sure we're all both in frame. Oh, good. Okay, cool. All right, so thank you guys for joining in. And so feel free to start with any questions if you have them. But just to kind of give you guys a bit of an overview of what our festival is about. First of all, the name. Kizomba Harmony African Dance Experience. And we call it KHADE for short. But a lot of people are calling it KHADE. You know, especially if you're in Latin America or Europe. A lot of people just calling it KHADE. So either is fine with us. But if you hear someone saying KHADE or KHADE, that's what they're talking about. Kizomba Harmony African Dance Experience. The festival is going down in Cancun, Mexico. Okay.
So picture yourself maybe even like right now, or in 3 months' time in December, when it's probably really, really cold. So think of yourself during the summer, somewhere really, really warm in a bathing suit with, like, you know, one of those drinks with the umbrella in your hand, and put that together. So that's basically the reasoning, number one, for our festival. When we decided to have an event, we wanted to go somewhere during the winter where we could still be on a beach and enjoying the summer weather. And so that's number one, one of the best reasons to come to KHADE. I'm going to call it KHADE because it sounds so cool.
That's fine with me.
But yeah, to come because of the fact that the weather during December in Cancun is just brilliant. We always joke, but really you need to remember your sunscreen because you will get burned if you don't, since the sun is very, very warm and the water on the beach is just beautiful. Yeah,
so when we were thinking about the idea of having a festival, one of the things was, yes, we want to have it in a place where, you know, we'd want to be, which is usually
the beach.
And so that's why we chose Cancun, because it's still warm even in December. So it's going to be, we live in Houston and it's going to be cold here. So if it's going to be cold in Houston, then it's probably going to be cold in most of the world. But it's not going to be cold in Cancun. It'll still be about 80 degrees, so nice and warm.
And the second thing is the location for the festival. One of the things that is important for us is if we're going to be going somewhere, we wanted to go and be at a place where, number one, it's safe. So we get a lot of questions saying, oh, you know, I hear a lot about, you know, Cancun, is it safe or anything like that? It's our third year, and the security at the hotel is wonderful. They're very accommodating to our festival, and it's a very, very nice resort. And so the festival itself is in a great hotel, and the beach right there it's almost like this is the table and this is where the pool ends and that's the beach. And so it's a very, very great location. That's the second thing that we wanted to point out as well.
Yeah. So even more than, the location, what makes our event unique is the vibe.
Oh, yes.
And so, again, there are a lot of events out there, more and more events every day. There's a billion events at this point. And, most are going to say, we have good teachers, we have good DJs, but what really is going to separate one event from the other is going to be the vibe of the event. And we always say that the vibe of an event is a reflection of the organizers.
It's true.
So if you know who we are and what we stand for, then it'll be pretty obvious what the vibe of our event's going to be. But if you're not, then we'll just give you a little synopsis of what our vision is. Okay, so basically the purpose of this event, and different people have different reasons for throwing events, right? Some people it's to make money, some people it's to build their own personal platform, whatever the reason is. For us, of course, yes, we want it to be financially successful, and yes, being an organizer helps us in our own business. But the main reason that we're doing this event is to promote our vision of a unified community that is diverse, where people respect Kizomba and Semba as a part of Angolan culture, and therein strive to actually learn it properly. But at the same time, we're all about appreciating new styles based on that strong foundation. Mm-hmm. So, at our event, you're going to find on one hand people who we consider to be cultural elders, on the Angolan side, people who we've personally learned a lot from. But on the other hand, we have the creator of Urban Kids and his partner coming. We have urban lovers and we have Semba lovers. And it's a one-room festival. So there's not going to be an urban room and a Kizomba room. No. It's all one room. So what does that mean? If you are someone who loves Kizomba, then you're going to have a good time. If you're someone who likes hearing a variety of music, then you're going to have a good time. But if you're someone who only likes listening to one type of music, we're not going to say it's not for you, but understand that if you're expecting to hear only Semba all night or only Tarraxinha all night, that's not what we're trying to promote here. So you're going to hear everything, Semba, Kizomba, Ghettos with Tarraxinha, which includes the remixes, the instrumentals, all that good stuff, but it's going to be a mix. So what we find interesting about this is, again, you have people who have different dance preferences coming together in a healthy, non-judgmental vibe. Mm-hmm. And we call it the all-inclusive experience. And that's not just because it's at an all-inclusive resort.
It's helpful.
It helps. Mm-hmm. But because the vibe that we have worked hard to create is an inclusive vibe. And this is not just us speaking in marketing terms. It's a proven product at this point. People who went last year, one of the benefits of having an inclusive vibe is there's no cliquish feeling. So if you come and maybe you don't know people or, you're like, I don't know who's going to be coming. As soon as you get there, you feel like you're a part of the community. You don't have people sitting down waiting on dancers or feeling left out because everybody dances with everybody because we've been putting in the work from day one to build this vibe. And this is, building this kind of energy, this kind of vibe. It's not something you can do overnight. It takes a lot of work.
Yes.
Yes. And we've been working on this for many years. And because of that, we attract people who support our vision. If you support our vision, then you're the kind of person who's going to dance with everybody. You're going to be cool and welcoming. You're not going to be cliquish because, again, the difference between a clique and a community isn't how it feels when you're in it. It's how it feels when you're not. And if you come to Kizomba Harmony African Dance Experience, it doesn't matter what group you're in or who you know. As soon as you get there, and I hesitate to use the term family because I think it's overused, but I'll say community. You feel like you're a part of the community, and
you're welcome.
And that's something that more than and even though we have excellent teachers, even though we have excellent DJs, even though our venue is top notch and it's in freaking Cancun, what really identifies and sets our events apart is a vibe that we create. So if that sounds good to you, then
come join us.
Yeah, you're probably going to have a good time. Mm-hmm. So a little bit more about the event. So as Monica mentioned, we have a teacher training that's taking place before the festival starts. So that'll start December 3rd, which is a Monday, and it's going to go through December 7th, which is a Friday. Okay, so it's a teacher training course and an urban specialty course. So basically, you're gonna have us, obviously, Tocosta, Tanya Mendonça, and Rikita, and those are three of the Angolan elders that we talked about, who we personally have learned a lot from. And then on the urban specialty course, our special faculty for this year is the creator of Urban Kids. His name is Curtis Seldon. He's from Paris, and his partner Corolla, who's from Spain. Mm-hmm. So basically, in this course, we get a lot of questions about it, like, is it for me? Do you have to be a teacher? No, you don't have to be a teacher, and no, you don't have to want to be a teacher. The only requirements that we have are, one, you have familiarity with the basics, right? Because it's gonna be an intensive course. So if you don't know anything, you might feel a little bit overwhelmed. And two, humility and a willingness to learn. Three, humility and a willingness to learn.
4, willingness to learn.
Because
5,
again, we're starting with the fundamentals, and a lot of what we teach in our pedagogy is stuff that you're probably not going to get anywhere else. And the reason for that is because we've had to learn from the ground up. And although we've learned with over 30 instructors in depth, a lot of our pedagogy are things that we have developed ourselves. And as people who dance everything from Samba to urban, and also some African tribal dances like Mutwashi and things like that, we have a unique perspective as people who don't come from this culture, but through a lot of hard work, trial and error, blood, sweat, and tears, we've managed to develop some pretty good movement quality. And more importantly, everything that we have learned, we can share with you. Because again, these are things that we had to learn. We didn't learn from culture.
So take that. It's almost like, when you dance with someone and you wonder, they have that feel, they have that flow. How do I get that? That's the stuff that we're going to be focusing on. Add that along with the experience and the, the expertise of the other core teaching faculty of our teacher training program. You're going to get really, really strong understanding of musicality within all music genres from Tocosta. Tanya and Rikita are they're just amazing, like phenomenal at lead follow. They can break things down really, really well. And so you're going to get different ways of teaching the material. You're going to get different perspectives, and you're going to get practice in learning how to teach as well. Because I think even some people, they just want a deeper perspective. They don't necessarily want to teach. But when you have to explain something to someone else, it makes that understanding even better. And so we'll be working on how to teach as well, which I think is very, very important. And sometimes it's missed in different teacher training programs that we've taken before.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. So if you're interested in really digging deep, and we talk a lot about movement quality. And, it means a couple of things. When we talk a lot about foundation, the term is often used and misused in marketing material. But for us, foundation means a couple things. One, movement quality. And movement quality is things like proper body movement, but also control, right? So proper body movement, because Kizomba and Samba, there's a distinctive body movement. And a lot of people, they use the term Ginga or Banga. And a lot of the times, people are just trying to approximate what they see in videos.
Or you just turn it on and off.
Right. They think that Ginga is something you do, like do a Ginga. No, Ginga is not something you do, it's something that you have because you've developed it. Now, some people have developed it over the course of culture, over the course of decades, and they naturally do it. Right? Natural meaning you've learned it and it's a part of your muscle memory. So part of what we're going to be showing you is how to develop Ginga and how to actually do it in a way that actually adds to your dance and not just visual. Because there's a lot of times people just do a little booty waggling and things like that, for instance. And it may look good on the video for a little while, but you'll notice that usually people who do that, they don't keep it up for the whole dance, right? Because they're trying to do it for show, but it doesn't actually add to their dance. So we're going to, from the ground up, teach you how to move. Conditioning, that's another part of what we call movement quality, conditioning and control. We're going to show you how to lead and how to follow. We're going to give you a very strong pedagogy if you do want to be a teacher, and if not, then it's just going to give you a very strong foundation on understanding how to lead, how to follow, how to do these steps in a way that is comfortable and controlled and relaxed. Because a lot of the times for me, what differentiates an advanced dancer and someone who's not is not the cool steps you can do. It's how you do those steps, why you do those steps,
and
when.
When.
Did I mention how?
Yeah.
Yeah. Foundation is not the what, it's the when, where, why, how, all that good stuff. So we're going to be focusing a lot on that. And then
urban course. Just do a quick overview of that.
Yeah, so basically the idea, because again, we're all about foundation, but also we embrace new styles based on that new foundation. Sorry, not that new foundation, but new styles based on the foundation. So, for us, Curtis is someone who, especially for Monica, because for those who don't know, Monica was teaching before me, and she was my first teacher. So she was very, very much inspired by Curtis, who is generally credited as being the creator of what we now call Urban Kiz, one of the many personal styles we collectively call urban. So this guy is the pioneer, okay? And so we're very excited to have him because, one, not only is he an amazing dancer, I mean, he's kind of the prototype for urban dancers. And if you notice the way he dances, his control, his technique, it's not something that's very common. So
his moves are common.
His moves are common now because everybody watches videos and
but
kind of
the amount of people that can actually dance like him with the smoothness, the precision, it's very small. Because it's not about the moves, and that's what the urban course is going to be focusing on. We're not going to vomit a bunch of moves on you because you can get that from YouTube.
Yeah.
But getting the pedagogy behind how Curtis does what he does, along with his partner's input, is going to be really, really helpful in developing your own style, your own way of dancing, and your way of teaching as well.
Indeed. So him and his partner Corolla will be doing an urban specialty course, and then we'll also be doing part of the urban specialty course, focusing again on the technique and the movement and stuff like that. Because again, we are urban dancers. We've been doing urban since before it was called urban. And our journey in history as teachers is funny because we started out as, back then it was called French style, right? We were known as French style dancers. And basically we were trying to be like Curtis and people like that. And when we realized why we couldn't do what they did, it caused us to go back to the drawing board, as it were, and focus on foundation. And 3-4 years later, now we have a pretty strong foundation. I mean, there's always more to work on, but we can do things now that
is your missing
we couldn't
link.
do. Yeah. And so again, when you develop the foundation, there's nothing you can't do. There's no style you can't pick up. There's no step you won't be able to get with a little bit of practice. But getting that foundation is not something you can do from watching YouTube videos. You can look a certain way. You can even fake the funk for a little bit. And we use this a lot. When you have a strong foundation, people who you dance with can feel the difference. And that's because a lot of the things that we focus on in our pedagogy are not things that are going to make you look cool, except for the Jenga looks cool. But most of the stuff we focus on, you won't even be able to tell what we're doing if you haven't been trained to look for it. But you will feel different, and that's why we encourage anyone.
Something is different. Something is unique.
So this course is not just for teachers. This is for anyone who wants a strong foundation. But for the teachers, we will also have some practical pedagogy work, and you'll be able to practice teaching. So we're going to give you our pedagogy. I mean, there's going to be a lot. It's going to be intense. But it won't be intense because of the environment. It'll be intense just because working on foundation requires conditioning. It's going to be work. But if you invest in this course, I can pretty much guarantee your dance will change tremendously for the better. So that's the teacher training course. A little bit more about that before we move on. You can reserve your spot by putting down a deposit, and you can go on the Eventbrite link. And if you do that, then we give you a discounted rate for the full pass. Now, the full pass is about to go up in price significantly on October 1st, which is Monday. So if you purchase the training course or do the deposit, you get a discounted rate of $100 for the full pass. And that, the full pass is going to go up So, it's a pretty significant discount. So reserve your spot. We've already got more than half of the spots taken. So go ahead.
With people from pretty much all over the world. It's going to be it's a really good group of people, actually.
And it's especially fun for us because,
awesome.
We like spending, significant amounts of hours with our students. And, with our Master Your Dances, there's about 8 hours, but this will be able to spend even more time with you guys. So we're really excited about it.
And it's real. You're going to get to know everyone on the teaching faculty really well. We do dinners together, and these people, we choose them because they love to teach, and they really, really care about what they're doing. And it just shows. It just shows the passion that they have just really shows. And so you're going to be in very, very good hands.
Indeed. So that's the Master Dance Teacher Training and Urban Course, December 3rd through 7th. And then we have our festival proper, which starts on Thursday night, and then it'll go through Monday morning because the party will go until 5 a.m. Mm-hmm. So a little bit about what you can expect. So on Thursday night it starts, we'll have some classes at night, and then we'll have the night party. Friday we'll have classes all day, and then Friday night party. Saturday and Sunday we'll have some classes in the morning, and then we're going to have our pool parties. Now, last year, people really loved the pool parties, so we're extending them this year. So we'll have extended pool parties on Saturday and Sunday, weather permitting. And last year was our first year with this new hotel, so, we were being cautious because we wanted to make sure that the hotel was cool.
They love
with
it.
the pool parties. But yeah, they were going live. They were really excited. So
yep.
We can pretty much stay out there for a while. So that's a beautiful thing. So that's another thing that, that sets our event apart, because it's going to be, 1, in a warm location, 2, in Cancun on the beach. So these are basically, it's a beachside pool party. So if you want to jump in the pool, you can. If you want to lounge on the beach and listen to the music, you can. And then we have a perfect little area. It's almost like it was perfectly designed for
a pool party to dance Kizomba.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's like this very smooth floor.
It's so
absolutely gorgeous. It's
pillars. These like Greek columns.
Yeah, it's really awesome. So that's going down Saturday and Sunday, and then Sunday night will be the last party, which in the night parties usually go from like 11 to 5, 10 to 5, something like that. So that's why we say December 6th through 10th, because on the 10th at 5 a.m., that's when it ends. And then everybody will either go to sleep, go back home. We'll probably need a day to be comatose and rest up.
And veg out on the beach like last year.
Yeah, last year we needed that day. Because it's fun, but it's, of course, a lot of work for us, right? Mm-hmm. But the beautiful thing is, because we attract such cool people.
The people coming already this year, a lot of them have come before, so we can vouch that they're just really
the
cool
vibe
people.
is just amazing. And
it's gonna be good.
I mean, we can sit up here and tell you how awesome it is, and you might be like, well, of course,
because it's their own festival, duh.
But yeah, I mean, we had people who were brought to tears because they never danced as much as they dance here. I went around, because we don't believe in taxi dancers.
Dances.
We don't believe in taxi dancers, like the official taxi dancer t-shirt.
With the t-shirt and like the
we believe in what taxi dancers do, but without the bribes, right? For us, it's a social dance, so you just dance with everybody. So if you like that, then come. If you're not someone who likes dancing with everybody, I'm going to be nice and not say don't come, but understand that that's not what we're trying to promote here, right? So if you're a celebrity and you only want to dance with, hot young things or teachers, and you're cliquish like that, you're not, let's just say you're probably not going to enjoy the vibe at our event, because that's not how we roll. Yeah. So everybody's cool with everybody. Everybody talks to everybody. Everybody dances with everybody. We all eat together. It's a very community
and we
vibe.
encourage you sitting next to someone that you don't know and getting to know them. But yeah, it was really funny. Last year he was actually denied dances after it got really early in the morning for the last night, because everyone had been dancing with everyone and they were tired. And that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it doesn't suck. The event is pretty awesome. It doesn't suck at all.
Yeah, so some housekeeping issues. The event's going to be at the Crystal Cancun, and it's an all-inclusive resort. We have different packages available for people if you want to do all-inclusive versus if you don't want to do all-inclusive to save a little bit of money, you can do that. The rates are very reasonable, especially, by standards here. So we have, you can get an ocean view room or a standard room. Ocean view room costs a little bit more, but if you want the ocean view room, we're definitely getting an ocean view room.
And we would recommend, because it's double beds, and so you can have a roommate. I would recommend just having only one roommate, ideally, or else someone has to share a bed. But if you do all-inclusive with a standard room, it's $98 a day, and this includes all your food, all your alcohol, and a nice room as well. And so it's definitely an affordable festival.
So standard's about $100 a day a person if you have only one roommate, so 2 per room, and then it's a little bit less if you have 3 in a room. And so it's very reasonable considering you got your food and your alcohol,
unlimited alcohol,
which is awesome. Yeah, drink responsibly. But we encourage you to drink if you drink. If you don't, then that's perfectly fine.
There's tons of different non-alcoholic beverage options as well.
Yeah, they got these great fruit drinks and all kind of stuff. Yeah, it's very fancy.
Nice.
So the Crystal Cancun, to reserve your room, and it's free to reserve, but we encourage you to reserve it ASAP because last year the hotel sold out because it's a popular resort. So you want to go ahead and reserve your room now. It's free, and then you just pay when you get there. Also, the information, all that is on our website, KHADE.net. If you scroll down to the hotel section, you can click rates and details. It'll pop up.
And then you can click reserve room, and it sends an email to our group coordinator.
And so when you do it, do us a favor and CC KizombaHarmony@gmail.com so we can keep track. And when you talk to Crystal, let them know that you're with the Kizomba group so we can keep track of everyone who's
and if you
booking.
Have any issues, I don't mind helping out whatsoever.
Right,
I provide the concierge service.
And we have a roommate finder group too, and all of this you can find. We'll put all the information and the links on this video. But if you're looking for a roommate, join the roommate finder group. Pass prices increase October 1st, which is Monday. So if you're on the fence, save yourself some money and get your pass now. If you have questions, you can hit us up. The teacher training, the teacher training is a set rate, so that's not going to go up on October 1st, but it is first come, first serve. So if you are on the fence, go ahead and put down that deposit. It's just $100, and that reserves your spot in the teacher training, and it locks in your discount rate for the full pass.
And the cost of the teacher training is $500, and that's think of it, $500 over 36 hours.
Yes, it's a 36-hour course.
With, let's say, more than, I would say the combined teaching experience of our faculty.
About 100 years or so.
It's about 100 years.
Well, combined dancing experience.
Dancing experience, yeah.
Because remember, teaching in Kizomba, it's only a decade or two.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's very well worth it.
Indeed. So, I believe we've covered most of the bases.
Yep.
Our instructors are, from all over the world. We've got local and international instructors and DJs.
And they all love what they do, and that's the most important.
Everybody who's teaching at this event, we have personally seen them teach, and we can vouch for the passion. And, they're all good at what they do. They work hard, and it's just quality and good energy across the board. Because for us, again, the vibe is everything. So you can be a talented dancer or a talented teacher, but if you don't have the right vibe, And one last thing about vibe, we've been very, very vocal about eliminating toxicity from the dance community. And by toxicity, I mean disrespect. And that disrespect is everything from sexual assault and sexual abuse to just general disrespect and unprofessionalism. So because of that, we don't support or condone anyone who contributes to toxicity or hires people who contribute to toxicity. And so because of that, again, we set a hardline stance against this. And so you can be pretty sure that anyone contributing or enabling toxicity is not going to be in Cancun.
Mm-hmm. And if there is, you can't control everything,
right.
But we are very open. So if anything, and if you have any questions or if something does happen, please come to us and we address things immediately.
Yeah, we don't play that. So rest assured, you come to Cancun, You will have a good time. You will meet new people. You will have fun with people you have met. You will dance.
Yes.
You will dance. So if you don't want to dance, well, you're going to dance. You know, if anything does happen or anything happens to make you feel uncomfortable, let us know immediately and we will immediately rectify the situation. Though, because again, we put so much groundwork in, that's unlikely to happen. But understand, we are there. You know, if anything is going on, hit us up. If you're having a good time, also hit us up. We love hearing positive feedback. We're always open to constructive criticism and positive feedback. If any of you guys have questions, you can comment them on this video, and we will answer it. Yeah, but this was just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an overview. So, December 6th through 10th in Cancun, Mexico, at the Crystal Cancun is our festival. December 3rd through 7th is our teacher training. The website is www.khade.net. We have a fan page and an event page. All of that will be we'll put it all in the links. If you have questions, hit us up. Pass prices go up October 1st. So think about it this weekend, or don't even think about it. If you're even on the fence, do it. Do it. Trust me. You're not going to want to be sitting at home while I'm posting live videos at the beach, because I will be doing it all the time.
Yeah.
So don't, the FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't get that FOMO, because again, if anything that we've said in this video sounds good to you about the vibe and what we stand for, then you want to be in Cancun. So yeah, I think that's good. Yep. So yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you this December in Cancun.
Bye.
Peace. Now let me turn this thing off.